Hi, it's Marco here, and Nvidia stock has just crashed. And so what is the reason? Well, let's uncover why in this video. So let's first have a look at the earnings that just came out, because that's maybe the reason why it has crashed. So if you want to look at numbers and you like that, well, keep following this beautiful video of ours. So first of all, we're gonna have the revenues, and as you can see, basically the revenues have gone up quite a lot compared to last year. So last year was already a great year for Nvidia, and this year is even better. So the gross profit is actually gone up. Actually, even the R&D, we didn't spend too much. So everything seems to be checking out from a balance sheet point of view. So what about, for example, the cash flow? Well, I've just highlighted this, that the cash and cash equivalent and marketable securities were $21 billion, and that is up from basically half of it. Half of it was last year ago. And so it really looks like it's not the earnings that just came out. And that's the kind of thing that I wanted to tell you. But now it's story time, yes, because there is a certain someone that is the reason for this massive crash. And perhaps if you just see him, well, here it is. It is, well, the conflict in Ukraine is the reason for this massive crash. And so, as you can see, Putin is very much worried about this problem. I guess is not even something he's thinking about as of now. Look at him, it looks like he doesn't even care. But from an investor point of view, we have to understand that even though the earnings were incredibly good for Nvidia and absolutely on point, so the stock should have gone up, but instead it went down. And so we have to learn that it's important to look at the bigger picture. It is what drives the stock market the most. And okay, we look at mostly single stocks, like the specific stocks on this channel, but I always keep an eye and I always keep you up to date on the whole stock market, about the Fed and about other things, including wars, obviously. So in this case, basically what is happening, and it's not only for Nvidia. Well, Nvidia was particularly affected, I guess, because it's a hype stock. So all hype stocks have gone down. But what is very important to understand is what is happening really in a nutshell. Money is leaving the stock market and going to safety, trying to get away from the problems of hype stocks, but not only that, from the risk of buying into a stock market that is, if you look at where the prices are, they went up so much in 2020 and in 2021. And so now this money that has been hard earned by everyone, including myself, it's now moving to bonds. And that is what we are looking at. The main driver is not, and this is the thing that I want you to take away. The main driver is not the war. It's not the fear of these massive problems that are happening there in Ukraine. It is the Fed. And in fact, this war that might happen and might not, I really hope is not going to be the case, is just a catalyst. And not just a catalyst that like as we normally use it, but it's just speeding up the process. We are seeing a flight to safety, and that was the thing even before we got this bit of news about the potential war in Ukraine. So the actual driver, and I've been telling you day in and day out at absolute nauseam, like telling you always that the main drive of the whole stock market is the Fed. Yes, you said it. Thank you for learning something on this channel. And so although Nvidia is a great stock, and in fact there are some things that didn't quite go well in the earnings report, and I'm gonna show that to you in just 1 second, but the overall main issue is the Fed, and we're gonna maybe even have a look at that later in the video. But first, there is one thing that actually in the earnings report didn't go too well, and I kind of forgot to show you earlier. And let's see, well, Putin is still chillaxing here, look at him. So it is the revenue from the automotive sector. So because obviously Nvidia sells chips to, for example, Tesla and other companies, so the automotive revenue was down 40% from a year ago. Now, is that the main issue for this market, not market crash, but for this stock crash? Well, as I told you, there is one thing that is the driver of the entire stock market, and is the problems with the Fed, obviously with inflation and stuff like that. If you want to know more news on Nvidia, I make these kind of videos basically on a weekly basis now, and I want you to obviously be up to date on the latest news on the Fed as well, because it's the main driver of the market. So if you are interested in that, subscribe. Other than that, thank you for watching. See you in my next video.